All right, so how do I support a decision maker in what they need to do with risk modeling? Something that a lot of people are familiar with is hotspotting. And hotspotting it takes a large volume of data to look at where crimes may occur based on past behavior, right? But one issue there is that it uses such a large volume of data that the settings and the places and the people where these incidents occurred maybe 4 or 5 years ago could be entirely different than what they are today. And so they don't really offer that much accuracy as to what may happen tomorrow. Risk train modeling does it differently. We take a much smaller amount of data to look at very recent information, and we also get much deeper than hotspots to go into what appears to be attracting that behavior there. Now, we're going to get into that in a different video, but here I have incidents from the Houston area that were pulled off a public data site. And these are robberies that occurred within the city. And now I'm going to look at a risk model of these robberies. And this pops up what are the top 5% of high risk places within the city for the behavior of robbery. And then if I run this little analysis, what it's going to do is tell me how many of the robberies occurred within my high risk places. And I'm going to find that over 50% of our robberies occurred within these high risk places. So if we start talking about just risk terrain modeling as a analysis method, I want to talk to my leaders about, hey, this is something we want to look into. There's number one. You already get the weight of if we look at this, we're going to have a bunch of information about where robberies are occurring and may occur in the future. Now, if I also talk to that same operational commander, he may say, hey, I can't necessarily apply patrol officers or field personnel to all of these places. No matter how big your city is, everybody's resources are limited. So if I were to, let's say, just narrow this down to the top 1%, you can see I have a much smaller set of places to go. And then if I go and run that same little check, what I'm going to find is that the top 1% of places are responsible for over 20% of the robberies that occur. So my ratio became more favorable to what I'm trying to do, right? By focusing on 1%, I'm going to get a higher chunk of the robberies that I want to stop, prevent, and then arrest the bad guys, right? So this information alone helps you understand how risk train modeling can help you focus on the places where you need to go. And then we'll soon talk about what are you going to do when you get there.